Stakeholders commend Anambra State past and present leaders for their roles to the growth of the state. Asia donates multi-million naira medical equipment to General Hospital Enugu. ASU declares indefinite strike, dissatisfied with federal government response to demand. Liberian president were under pressure over corruption allegations. Before the news in details, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonye Nwokoye. Now, stakeholders have continued to commend Anambra State present and past leaders on their various contributions in developing the state, describing it as unprecedented and holistic. This was the highlight of stakeholders' reaction on the state's 31st year anniversary, marked recently, August 27. Our correspondent, Emmanuel Okonkwo, reports.
Anambra State has since its creation in August 1991 had its fair encounter of both good and bad governance from the military and civilian governments who in various degrees showed keen interest in the development of all sectors of the state economy. Lending his voice on the celebration, a lecturer at the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu University and vicar Church of Pentecost, Ukpo, Dunukofia Council area, Reverend Canon Uchenna Mifekwem observed that Anambra State from inception has been blessed with good leaders who in various capacities contributed their quota in the development of the state. Reverend Canon Onifekwem expressed optimism that Professor Chukwuma Soludo will creditably surpass the achievements of his predecessors, so according to him, he started well and has already shown qualities of a good leader in his pragmatic efforts to reposition the state. Speaking, the incumbent chairman, Oka North President General Forum, and immediate past President General of Amansi Community, Chief Celestin Weze, and a stakeholder from Enugu Agedi Community, Prince Emeka Egwekwe, expressed hope that Anambra State will continue to work stronger, pointing out that programs and policies of the present administration are targeted at the well-being of the entire Anambra.
Anambra State government has been doing a very wonderful something, from the session of P2B to Chief Obiano, and now Soludo, His Excellency. We have been recording tremendous progress, and we believe that now with this present administration we can supersede whatever the development of other ones has done.
I give God the glory for every single year we add to the years we are. Thank God for giving us this grace to make us a people that are blessed with all manner. Your little beginning, and that's the Anambra man for you. We'll be selling water today. Tomorrow will be a multi-billionaire in water selling. And this is us. We have an address. We know what we do. We know where we are coming from. This same governor that has come in, the Soludo, we know, has become one of those that has the spirit of those in the Anambra in heart. And we want to assure him that we will join hands with him to make Anambra greater.
For the principal, Amide Secondary School Onitsha, Lady Obiageli Ofedu, and the immediate past President General of Enugu Community, Comrade Boni Ozonkwaku, though the Anambra have been supportive to successive administrations, more of the citizens' support and cooperation are still needed for the actualization of the new Anambra by the present administration.
In our 31st year, well, it has not been easy, but I thank God. So far, so good. And believe in God that better things are on the way. Anambra is getting to a higher level. And I know that the God we serve will continue to lift us higher.
In Oka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Over 200 persons have been arrested and tried for defaulting Anambra State environmental laws. The individuals were arrested and tried at Magistrate Court, Awka, and other mobile courts that sat in different parts of Awka. They were arrested last weekend during the statewide compulsory monthly sanitation exercise. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike has details.
The August edition of the monthly sanitation exercise was remarkable as enforcement was intensified in many parts of the state as major markets, transport parks and shopping malls complied to the directive. Pedestrians who defied the compliance were forced to trek distances to beat the enforcement of the sanitation within the hours of the exercise, while some others were apprehended to face the full wrath of the law. Speaking to the ABS, the Commissioner for Environment, Anambra State Engineer Felix Odumegwu, said the season of neglecting the environment and waiting for the government are gone, as every Anambran visitor will be held accountable for their environment. He called on stakeholders in communities not to disobey government orders, as the law is not respecter of persons, wondering why Governor Chukwuma Soludo and Iwen Emeka Achebe will be involved in sanitation exercise and some individuals will continuously default on the directive.
The Anambra State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, has commissioned medical equipment worth millions of naira donated to the Enugu General Hospital by the Anambra State Health Insurance Agency, ASHIA. The commissioning was done at the premises of the hospital in Njikoka local government area. Our health correspondent, Chibuzo Okoye, was there and filed this report.
We ask God to make it to be a good success to serve our people. I thereby commission it in Jesus' name. Amen.
The items donated by Asia were automated chemistry analyzer designed to measure different chemicals in a number of biological samples quickly with zero or minimal human interference, automated 3-part hematology analyzer for rapid analysis of blood specimen, electrophoresis machine for genotype test, as well as a 7.5 kVA solar power system. Commissioning the equipment, Dr. Obidike said that what the agency has done is in keeping with the agenda of Governor Chukwuma Soludo in ensuring that the state has modern equipment in terms of medical service delivery. The commissioner, who said that health insurance is vital in achieving universal health coverage, thanked the Acha boss, Dr. Onyemechi, for a job well done.
This is actually in keeping with the agenda of the Professor Charles Soludo, that ensuring that we have the modern technology, the modern equipment in treating our people. And sincerely, it's a wonderful thing, because we found out that is the thing we talk about insurance. When we have a number of people in under insurance, it will help us to provide the resources to finance the health services.
The managing director of Anambra State Health Insurance Agency, Dr. Simeon Onyemechi, in his speech noted that the agency used the innovative financing model to do the third phase of the intervention, and that they installed the solar power system to protect the equipment from power surge, all in a bid to serve their enrollees and the general public better.
The entire essence is to serve our enrollees better and the general population that General Hospital Enugu serves, which is this is their catchment area, Enugu and communities around it, and by extension, Anambra State in general. Today puts to rest the fact that a general hospital of this standard will have to refer patients out for full blood count investigations, for chemistry investigations, and all of that. So good days are here, and we are actually happy that Asia is able to do this over 10 million naira investment in this facility using this innovative financing.
While thanking the Anambra State Health Insurance Agency for the donation, the Chief Medical Officer of Enugu General Hospital, Dr. Frank Ifaneme, promised that they will make judicious use of the facilities.
We feel very happy to have it with us. Prior to now, we used to send samples outside to service our patients, but with this thing now, we have to do everything in-house to meet our own benefit and to the satisfaction of our patients.
From Enugu General Hospital in Njikoka local government area, this is Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
Now, His Royal Highness Igwe Sir John Mark Anyoha, JP of Obunka Community in Uburumba South Local Government Area of Anambra State, has celebrated his 2022 New Yam Festival, known in the area as Ifejoko. The festival, which commenced with a holy mass officiated by the parish priest of St. Monica's Catholic Church, Ubunka, Reverend Father Jeremiah Okafo, was graced with the presence of the chairman, Anambra State Traditional Rulers Council, Onumba South, and Traditional Ruler of North Ija, Igwe Clifford Okeke, his Owerezukala and Eziago counterparts, Igwe Thomas Obunaya and Igwe Bernard Emejue. Correspondent Joseph Ebocha has details of that report.
Performing the symbolic ritual, Igwe Anyoha said the festival is a special moment for members of the community to thank God for preserving lives during planting season and bountiful harvest of yam, the king of other crops, and promised cash reward to farmers in future. He prayed for peace in Obunka community, the state and nation at large, and expressed the community's delight over Soludo administration's appointment and reappointment of Obunka indigenes, pledging unalloyed support of his subjects for the success of his administration.
Ihe a wee mume ndị nna nna anyị ha mega before uwe iri ji Obunka a na-akpọ iji ọkụ. Anyị na-ayọ Chineke Obunka bịa mere anyị ebere n'ụbọchị nwe anyị ga-eri ji. Alele ndị nọ bịara abịa isi different villages wee bịa, nsi kalaka ọbụla ha si wee bịa, ndị na abroad ndị nọ ebe ha nọ wee bịa sị ka ha bịa nọnyere anyị n'ụbọchị nke taata. Chineke iji eme mgbe ha ga-ala ihe mberede nke okporo ụzọ wefugara ha. Chineke Obunka anyị na-ayọ kalaka ọbụla ndị Obunka nọ ma n'ụlọ ma n'ụzọ ije wee mepere ha ụzọ. Ka e were iwe ji wee mepere ha ụzọ. Chineke bịa mere anyị ebere. Bịa weta udo na ịfụnanya n'Obunka. Bịa weta na nwanne hụ nwanne ya ama na nwanne hụ nwanne ya. Ụmụazị hụ okenye ama na okenye nwoke. Ala abụghị okenye ugwu dore. Ọkwadịghị ọwụ.
Among others that attended the event, the traditional Prime Minister of Obunka, Chief Matu Ezeabiekwa, an illustrious son of Obunka, Chief Sunday Ndubisi, and the APGA Chairman of Uburumba South Local Government Area, Mr. Godwin Egwonwu, described Ifejioku Festival as a unifying factor in the community and called for sustainable development in the community. Members of Amaala Obunka, led by the chairman, Chief Pius Ozemena, Umuada Obunka, led by the chairlady, Mrs. Godgift Tabo, attended the cultural festival that featured masquerade displays, as well as the distribution of tubers of yam, bags of rice, and cartons of noodles to selected individuals and groups. From Obunka, in Uburumba South Local Government Area, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
Police operatives on the 29th of August 2022 at about 3 p.m. while on patrol along Amobala Obu Highway recovered one abandoned black Mercedes-Formatic ML 350 Jeep with registration number Abuja RBC 527AL, 1 AK-47, live ammunition, and some criminal mask. Preliminary information released by DSP Ikenga Tochukwu PPRO, Anambra State Police Command, shows that the vehicle is suspected to have been snatched by criminal elements who had an accident on their way to yet unidentified location. The armed robbers abandoned the vehicle inside a gutter and fled the scene. Meanwhile, police operatives have intensified patrol in the area aimed at apprehending the criminal elements. The command also invites anyone or group looking for such vehicle as highlighted above to come to Anambra State Police Command, Oka, with a valid proof or evidence of ownership for scrutiny and possible collection, please. On the national scene, the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has expressed dissatisfaction with the federal government over its response to its demands and declared a comprehensive, total, and indefinite strike. Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, ASU president, made this known in a statement issued at the end of the Union National Executive Council NEC emergency meeting in Abuja. The statement is entitled, ASU strikes are to save public universities. It will be recalled that the lecturers have been on strike since February 14 over the alleged failure of the government to keep to agreements entered with the unions. The demands of the striking lecturers include issues bordering on funding of universities, salaries and earned allowances of lecturers, among others. Osodeke said that the meeting was called to review developments since its last resolution that rolled over the nationwide strike action for another 4 weeks, starting from August 1. Electricity distribution companies discos have said the country with 210 million population will require 100,000 megawatts of electricity to keep the engine of the economy running. Acting under the aegis of Association of Nigerian Electricity Distribution, the power companies urged the federal government to privatize the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, which it said had contributed to the poor performance of the sector. Its Executive Director, Research and Advocacy, Sunday Oduntan, estimated that Nigeria requires 30,000 megawatts of electricity generation to meet current demand of electricity by consumers. He spoke at the workshop on building consumer awareness and strengthening the customer service capacity of electricity distribution companies in Lagos. Oduntan pointed out that since 1960, the country has not generated up to 6,000 megawatts of electricity, which created a huge gap in service delivery in the system. On the foreign scene, Liberian President George Weah is facing a backlash over his handling of corruption accusations made by the United States against 3 of his close allies. Washington imposed sanctions on top officials, including Liberia's chief prosecutor and Weah's chief of staff earlier this month, over corruption allegations tied to multi-million-dollar contracts and at least $1.5 million in diverted public funds, where a former football star suspended the officials. But the affairs has continued to dominate headlines in the West African nation, threatening his support ahead of next year's election. Opposition leaders and human rights groups are demanding the officials' dismissal and a wider corruption probe into other members of the government. Alexander Cummins, the leader of the opposition ANC party, said the mere suspension of the officials was not good enough, nor is it enough to exonerate the president from growing public impression of his participation in the high crimes. Now, Guinea's military junta has vowed to free up funds and has given fast-track access to land for the country's staging of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. The announcement came on the eve of a two-day mission by the Confederation of African Football to monitor Guinea's progress on hosting the big event. A decree by Junta Chief Colonel Mamadi Dambuya read on a state TV, declared the event an issue of national and priority interest. The report said all spending for organizational needs will be processed as a matter of urgency. It also declared that land needed for the tournament will fall into the category of public interest, and any property transaction or work not related to the competition will be banned on these sites. Hosting Africa's biggest sporting event is a major challenge for the impoverished country, which lacks sporting infrastructure and transport. And that's just about it. But remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can log on to our website www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again. Stakeholders have commended Anambra State past and present leaders for their roles to the growth of the state. Asia has donated multi-million naira medical equipment to General Hospital in Uburumba. ASU has declared indefinite strike, dissatisfied with federal government's response to demand. And on the foreign scene, Liberian President Uwe is under pressure over corruption allegations. And the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the news. We thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonya Mokoye. Good morning and have a great day.